I'm sorry. I know. Welcome back, guys. Baby got stacks.
Hi.
We're still waking up. It's okay.
It's morning.
First off, I forgot to tell you, I had my Goodreads, whatever, it's the reading challenge. I had it on the lower side because I was a little scared. I had it at 50 books this year, and I completed it today.
Oh, nice! Yay! Nice.
Yes, I was pretty excited about that. So,
I don't know where I want to have it next year.
I might up mine to 75.
Yeah,
maybe
you could do that, especially now with your Kindle.
I know, I'm knocking them out left and right. It's glorious.
Knock them out. All right, well, this week we read The Last Flight by Julie Clark. We've had this one for a while.
We haven't. Isn't this a
2020?
Isn't this a Netflix show or show?
Is it?
Hold on. I feel like it is.
I don't know. There's a lot of plane related shows, and they all kind of seem the same to me.
Maybe not. Well, there was one.
Did take me by surprise.
I thought there was a movie. Well, okay. There is a movie called The Last Flight, but it is not from
this one.
No. No, that movie is about in the 1930s, a woman searches for her husband after his plane disappears in the Sahara Desert. No.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm thinking of. There's a main chick. She's blonde, and I think she was Penny from the Big Bang Theory. What was?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to plane ones. I don't know. Plane shows and movies just don't really interest me because, like, not much can happen besides, like, a heist or a crash.
No, that makes sense. Oh, The Flight Attendant. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Okay. No, that one's pretty good. That one, it's a flight attendant's life gets turned upside down after she wakes up in a hotel room with a dead man, but no memory of what happened. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh.
Okay. I've heard good things about that, but for some reason, I don't know. The flight things, last flight attendant.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
This one, I rated it lower than you did.
Interesting.
It was okay, but I only rated it a 3 out of 5 because I liked Claire's story way better than Eva's story, and I just kind of skimmed through Eva's story.
I gave it a 4.5. I liked Eva's story more than Claire's.
Okay. It's gonna get crazy up in here.
It's gonna get what? We're gonna fight. No.
Yeah. Could you?
We're gonna do a virtual fight.
We've never had a fight together in our lives.
We should get what are the old toys with, like, the two boxers? One's red and one's blue.
Is it called Sock'em?
Rock'em Sock'em, something like that.
Rock'em Sock'em? I don't know.
Bop'em. I don't know. We should get that.
That'd be hilarious. I don't know. I liked the ending. I did. How they knew each other, or how they became into each other's lives. I don't know. Eva's story, like, I just didn't really.
You want to read the back first, and then we'll fight.
Oh.
Let's have an itinerary to this fight.
Oh my word. Okay. 2 women, 2 flights, one last chance to disappear. Claire Cook has a perfect life. Married to the political dynasty, has a Manhattan townhouse and a staff of 10. Her surroundings are elegant, her days flawlessly choreographed, and her future auspicious. But behind closed doors, nothing is quite as it seems. That perfect husband has a temper that burns as bright as his promising political career. I'm just going to say that husband drove me up Wall.
Rory. Anyone named
Yeah,
Rory is gonna bother me.
also
This
who
man, Gilmore Girls.
bringing that.
I mean,
and he's not above using his staff to track her every move, making sure she's living up to his impossible standards. But what he doesn't know is that Claire has worked for months on a plan to vanish. A chance meeting in an airport bar brings her together with a woman whose circumstances seem equally dire. Together they make a last-minute decision to switch tickets. Claire takes Eva's flight to Oakland and Eva traveling to Puerto Rico as Claire. They believe the swap will help each of them head start that they need to begin again somewhere far away. But when the flight to Puerto Rico goes down, Claire realizes it's no longer a head start, but a new life. Cut off, out of options with the news of her death about to explode in the media, Claire will assume Eva's identity, and along with it, the secrets Eva fought so hard to keep hidden. Okay, yep, that's it. I was having to read it from the Goodreads. Well, I was having to read it from the Goodreads, so I didn't know like if it legit ended and then it just goes like for the fans of this book. Yeah, okay. At the end.
At the end. I just a side note, because I am from the Bay Area. When Claire lands in San Francisco, or does she land in Oakland? I think she lands in San Francisco.
Well, I thought she landed in Oakland.
Oh. Well, that shouldn't change things much. She says she has $400 and then she takes a taxi to Berkeley.
Yeah.
Bitch, a lot of your $400 is gone. I was like, should have just taken Bart. But then they started mentioning Bart.
They did mention Bart, and I, for one, I knew what that was.
Mm-hmm. I think they changed.
I did.
I'm pretty sure they like redid a lot of the inside, so like the seats are not peed on. Anyway,
you know, the little things
that took maybe over a decade to finally get done. But
oh Lord.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my one gripes. I was like, that sounds like you don't have $400 anymore after that. But you know.
But carry on. Go on with your life.
Okay, so yeah. Why are you pro Claire?
Well, I feel like Claire's story because her husband has so much power and everyone is like obsessed with his mother. He can hire a lot more people to try to find her. And I feel like I knew she was going to slip up when she had been planning her getaway for a year, and she even got like the passwords to his stuff so she could keep track of like where they were in trying to find her and things like that. I just felt like Bruce, who was his right-hand man, was going to stop at nothing to track her down no matter what. And I mean, yeah, she changed like her hair color and stuff, but I'm like, you didn't
do it.
Like, you need to fly out of the country. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know. It kept me on my toes more. Like, I knew something was going to happen.
Dumb.
I don't particularly liked her. I liked
the circumstance.
The story. I felt like the story was more fascinating and kept me on my toes more because I just didn't know, since Rory had so much power.
Right.
I felt like anything could happen. Whereas with Eva, I was like, okay, I mean, drug dealing, yeah, something's gonna go down. It's drug dealing. Yeah. You can't get out of that willy-nilly and just be like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, no.
That's how I felt about Claire, because a lot of stories of abused wives are because the man has a lot of power.
Yeah.
Or like their name is already like well known, and so she can't just like step away, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I knew that. But with Eva, I was like, okay, well, they have to figure out who the drug lord or whatever is. And when the guys or the what was the FBI? No, DEA agent, whatever, came around. It's like, is she gonna work with him? Is she not? Who's she gonna betray? And then
Agent,
the twist that
Agent
Dex
Castro.
was Fish.
That was a good twist.
I liked that.
I did like that. I was like, oh,
that
kind of makes sense because then like he can figure out who's like double crossing him, but like not be the bad guy because it's.
So then it made me wonder.
Him.
I'm like, well, if it's him personally dealing with her, is he as big as he says he is? That like with a bunch of people? Because then like, is he personally like going up to them like he is with Eva, or does he just choose to be with Eva? Like it's. I was like, all right. And she has a whole thing, and the old lady. I was like, don't you hurt that old lady's feelings?
Oh, Liz?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked Liz.
And then I didn't see coming. I knew the daughter was going to be someone we've already met, but it didn't really click in my head that it was going to be Danielle.
Yeah, so Danielle is the like secretary to Rory and would help Claire. And so we find out that Danielle, that's like the connection. That's how Eva figured out Claire needed to get away and why she was there at that airport when she needed to be.
And the twist of, because at the beginning, it kind of jumps timelines of like Claire's in the present after the plane crash and Eva's before.
Like 6 months before, yeah. 6 months and then it counts down like.
But at the beginning you get a clip of Eva in the present and it kind of ends off with you aren't sure you almost think she's about to not get on the plane. So the whole time you aren't sure if she's alive or dead, if she actually was on that plane that crashed.
Yeah, and Claire thought that she saw her in like a video.
Yeah. Because she was wearing her pink sweater.
Yeah.
Or a pink sweater.
Yeah. Do you think, well, and then toward the end.
The end, we find out she was on the plane.
She was on that plane, yeah.
She just asked for a window seat.
Yeah. I was like, oh, dang it. I kind of wanted her to
live. Well, at the beginning, with all the shuffle, how she was going to leave the line and walk away, I was like, wait, I don't really understand what's happening. Why is everyone in comeuppance? Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah. Overall, it was pretty good. It had enough twists. I mean, I read it in one sitting.
I thought it was good. I just was like, there wasn't. I feel like to give it like a 5 out of 5, it has to make me like want to slap someone and be like, oh my God, you have to hear like that kind of.
That's why it's a 4.5 for me. It's not quite the 5 mark. But I mean, it took turns of like how Rory and Bruce were using Google Docs, so nothing was actually like saved because they'll just delete after that. They'll just be on the docs at the same time, or what else? I mean, the fact that Eva was a drug dealer, because you're like, what is she running from?
Yeah,
drugs.
Yeah, and then at one point, like she talked about how she had like 7 figures. Like she was making so much
has, like,
money.
An offshore bank account and
and
then her kind of backstory of being a foster kid, being in the foster system, and
because her mom did drugs.
Because her mom was an addict.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, well, yeah, but
I was like, Eva,
Eva,
you should know better.
Well, she doesn't sell to addicts.
No, only college kids who like really need it. She has boundaries.
I did wish there was more. I don't know, like between her and Dex.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like a problem or a situation, like something more.
Something that had happened,
bigger, Maybe I'll change this down to a 4.
I don't know. It just like something just felt.
Because now the more I'm talking about, I'm not as excited about it as I was in the moment after I read it.
I brought you down.
You brought me down.
It's my fault. It was my 3 stars. Sorry.
I'm changing it. I'm changing it to a 4.
There she goes. There she goes. I don't know. It was okay. Would I read another one? Meh. I don't know.
Because she also wrote The Lies I Tell. And I do believe we both own that one.
I was going to say, do I own that one? Probably.
It's like
I don't know
half
why.
of it's blue, half of it's purple. I always recognize it from.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I do have that.
Yeah. Half of.
Okay. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know if mine's in
I
paperback
don't know what
or
that
what.
one's about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was two women, many, a lot, aliases. Oh my god, that took a hot minute for me to correctly start that word.
Like, well, where's this going?
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, also how Rory had killed his first girlfriend. The second they mentioned the first girlfriend and how she died, I was like, oh yeah, Rory totally did that.
Oh yeah, no,
That
I
was-
definitely knew that one was not anything
Yeah.
suspicious. I was like, he 100% did that. But
100%.
I liked that Danielle was on Claire's side. Like that one I didn't expect when she was sending the things. I was like, oh, okay. Because I don't know, I feel like with Claire's side of things, I was like, she can literally trust no one. And like once they found out that she was in like Rory was on it. And so that's why I liked that, because when I was reading her part, I was like, when is he gonna like show up at the door? Like he could literally show up any moment right now.
Yeah. It just bothered me with Danielle how she knew something was up and she never talked to Claire, even though she was her assistant. Like they've had many times alone. It's like then you should speak up. But I mean, I can get on Claire's part if she wasn't trusting of Danielle, but I feel like Danielle should have tried.
I also liked too how like when she was going to CNN and the driver picked her up, she started panicking. She's like, "Oh my god, he just said that. Like, are you Claire Cook?" And didn't say this is CNN. I was like, "Oh my god, are they taking her to Rory and like not?"
Yeah, that's another reason why I thought Claire was dumb. Is because like she just does things and she thinks like, oh, what was the first one? There was like a chapter ends with her being like, oh shit, and then it goes into her point of view again. It's like, oh, everything's fine.
Probably her going and stopping the couple from fighting, and then TMZ got involved because they got a video of them fighting.
Oh no, it was when someone yelled out Claire. And then she like looked and was like, bitch, don't look. You're not supposed to respond. But yeah, it was just her talking to someone else named Claire.
Well, and I also, when the baseball player and his girlfriend were getting into a fight and she stopped them, I was like, what? No.
What are you doing?
There's enough people. They're in public. This is not just
the
like
A's. Though the Oakland A's, I guess it's popular-ish there. I'm like, I don't think they're that popular of a team anymore.
Oh, well. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know them, so not popular to me.
One of my field trips was to one of their games. I fell asleep so fast as a child in that scene.
You're like, best nap of my life.
Good stuff.
I don't know. This book, I feel like there's way better like mystery thriller books
There's a lot
out
better
there,
thrillers out there.
I don't know.
If you're just getting into the genre, if you want like a popcorn read, like you just want something like a quick read in your afternoon, fill the time, this suffices.
I originally was gonna do like a 3.75, so it wasn't like a hard 3. But I was like, it's definitely, I wouldn't put it at a 4, and definitely not a 5.
Yeah, like there would be other books, other thriller mystery books I would recommend before this one.
Yeah, I don't know. It just meh. It was meh.
And yeah, I mean, with it called The Last Flight, the flight itself, like the plane crash, is not as relevant throughout the story as you would think.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're on the plane and their perspective of it going down or anything.
Yeah, you don't get any perspective of that.
You get anything of the actual crash. So
meh.
But I mean, what, you get some rowdy roundup.
I'm sure there's gonna be good ones. All right, so this is at a 4.1 star.
Wow.
187,831 ratings. Majority gave it 4. Let's see. Someone thought this book was really slow and boring. This book was just plain bad.
There were a lot of parts I was just skimming over.
See, and that's why I also didn't want to give it a 4, because I was just skimming.
True.
It wasn't making me read the words, which is...
I did forget that I just skimmed.
Which is what, like, I don't know, for me is like, if you can't make me like read every word and want to eat everything up, then I can't. That was also that was another huge factor where I was like, I'm just skimming, and this is not reading. This is glancing.
I admit I am not glancing.
I could not finish this. Every chapter drags more than the last. Let me see. What the fuck? Where was the suspense or mystery? I have no idea how this is categorized as a thriller. A documentary I watched yesterday on dolphins had me more on edge of my seat than this did. Yeah. Not believable. Complete waste of time. Yeah. They didn't. Yeah. They just thought that there was like huge plot gaps. And
I just found a lady review and she listed out all the problems. She said, 1, lots of cash. You have to pay for everything with cash. Usually you need to sell a house to raise enough money for Claire. You should have moved to a red state in a mid-sized city. You will not be able to drive a car. Well, because the car registration if you get pulled over, but like just don't get pulled over.
Oh, yeah. Well, she didn't have a car.
Don't do anything that's unique to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, they said they decided to swap so easily and quickly. Which is true. But I mean, if you're panicked like that.
If you're panicked, you're going to get desperate. Like,
Yeah. And they were desperate.
And they were very desperate. And yeah, it was definitely, at least for Eva, it was a life or death. I mean, I don't think Dax definitely would have figured it out and killed. There's no way.
Yeah.
He was talking about incinerating a body.
Yeah, that's how he gets rid of the bodies.
I'm like,
and I couldn't believe. And when the DA or the judge declined giving her witness protection, I was like, maybe he's not as much of a big deal as she's built it up in her head. Because she's not in that world before Dex, and Dex made it seem like Fish was this huge person, such a like wide range, and like so many people, and so maybe
Agent Castro said that they were going after him for like a long time,
and that'd be my thing, because like dealing there specifically, I'm sure most of the drug problem there would have been linked back to him, and so if that was his case, then it's a big deal to him because it's probably been on his desk for like a few years and be like, I need to just fucking turn this one in.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, people just didn't. They thought it just.
I'm at a 3.5 now. Is where I've updated my.
I mean, I completely forgot that. Like, I skimmed through.
I forgot. I skimmed through a lot of it, and there's nothing like inherently wrong with the book. It's just like.
But if it doesn't grab my attention to want to read every single thing on that page, then I'm like,
this could have been better.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it for being a fast read. There's at least that.
There is that.
There's at least that.
I do appreciate that. Yeah, it wasn't very long. It's a pretty short book.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I know that we do own that one from her. I completely forgot.
What's that other one rated?
Let me look. It is. So The Lies I Tell is at a 4.1 also.
Huh.
That has 67,618 ratings. I definitely own that book, but it's not marked as owning it.
Oh. Huh.
I think I own it. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. Let's see. So she started in 2018 with The Ones We Choose. That one's at a 4.04 rating. Then it's 18. Well, what's this one? What is this marked as? This is a fiction, contemporary, family, adult mystery, drama, thriller. Something about like
heard of that one.
Paternity. Paige Robson finds her world is upheaval. Her 8-year-old son Miles is struggling to fit in at his new school and begins asking questions about his biological father that Paige cannot answer, till fate thrusts the anonymous donor she used into their lives. Paige's carefully constructed life begins to unravel as the truth of Miles' paternity threatens to destroy everything she has grown to cherish. As Paige slowly opens herself up by befriending an eccentric mother, confronting her own deeply buried vulnerabilities, and trying to make sense of her absent father's unexpected return, she realizes breakthroughs aren't only for the lab. And when tragedy strikes, Paige must face the consequences of sharing a secret only she knows. So, more secrets. So it goes 2018, and then The Last Flight, 2020, and then The Lies I Tell, 2022. And then July 25th of this year, she came out with The Heart of a Mother. Which has
that kind of looks familiar.
Like swings on it. Hillary Jean leads an inevitable life. She has a loving husband, a beautiful home, caring friends, and a meaningful work, planning fundraisers, yet she always feels incomplete. After a DNA website emails her a match, Hillary sets out to find the daughter she gave up 25 years ago, but her hunger to reconnect threatens to destroy the very thing she hopes to gain. The Heart of a Mother is part of Obsession, a collection of compulsively readable short stories about people push their extremes.
It's an anthology. This is only her second book. I mean, I'd be curious to see maybe, I already have her next one, so I'll read that. It's not on the list, but curious to see how she progresses.
Yeah.
This is an interesting concept.
It is an interesting concept of them changing. Yeah. I mean, we definitely I haven't read a book that's like that.
Yeah. Well, next week we're getting in the holiday spirit.
Yes, I had no idea. I was I thought we were going to Cozy Murder Mysteries, but
you're 1 week ahead. But next week is All I Want for Christmas.
Which we got that last Christmas.
Yeah. So excited to get that one.
And that one, that author, I believe
Maggie Knox,
just came out with, if I can spell, I know it's All I Want for Christmas. Okay. Okay, so I think the big one was The Holiday Swap, which is a lot of people have read, but that was in 2021. For some reason I thought that Maggie had written one this year, but no, it's just October 5th, 2021 was The Holiday Swap, and then this one was October 4th of last year. She has not written another book, so.
Interesting. Well.
Oh, it's 2 people. The authors are 2 people. Maggie Knox is a pen name for writing duo Karma Brown and Marissa Stapley.
Oh.
I did not know. Okay.
I didn't realize that either.
Fun facts.
But yeah, that'll be next week. If you want to see what else we're reading this month, you can check out our Instagram at Baby Gas Dax Podcast. We put up a schedule and reminders for our upcoming episodes, so you can check us out there. The link in the bio with links to where we are elsewhere, mainly Goodreads. You can see what else we're reading, doing, what we got coming up. Wanting. Like and follow wherever you're listening to this podcast. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that sums that up real well.
I think that's about it.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the main takeaway is $400 is not going to get you very far in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I'm definitely not from there, but I can only imagine how much it would cost to get from point A to point B. I don't know how far. I have no idea how far the airport is to Berkeley.
Say, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, that's...
And then traffic.
Yeah.
And then,
And
then just cabs in general.
Yeah, no.
See, it's not going to get you very far.
Even I know that. I'm not good at math. No. Okay. Well, I'm not, but that's besides the point.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.